Capricorn, welcome. Madame will see you now. So, Capricorn, what's going to happen is we're going to have a reading for the third week of July, which is nothing more than a timestamp on a thumbnail on YouTube. And you can watch and use this video whenever you stumble upon it and feel like you'll want to watch it. I will be showing you some pictures and saying some words about these pictures, and they will be making up some stories for us. I will be telling you these stories the only way I know how to tell stories, and you will be understanding these stories the only way you know how to understand stories, which means that it doesn't necessarily have to be the same way of telling and understanding. We only see and understand what we see and understand with our own eyes. Please also bear in mind that it is scientifically not possible to predict future with a piece of paper. This is not why we're here for. We're here for the fact that these pieces of paper with pictures on them can stimulate your imagination, and your imagination is the only thing that shapes the way you perceive your reality. It works like this. You see here something that might appear familiar to you, maybe, or something completely new to your life that you want to have as a part of your life, as part of your story. So you look at it and say, yeah, this is my story, and it is your story. If you see here something that's also familiar, not familiar, but you absolutely do not want to have in your life, or just do not want to have in your life, it doesn't matter how absolutely it is, then you don't even have to say anything. You just forget all about it, and it just disappears and dissolves in the forgetful. So it just stops existing. If you want to say thank you, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share or recommend it. You can buy me a coffee. If you don't feel like any of these, you can just do something nice in the world around you, make people smile, be kind. That's perfectly fine for me as gratitude. If you have a bad day, bad mood, hate me or the world in general, please hit the dislike button. Don't keep it in, let it out. Alright. We have here the Six of Wands in the reverse. We have the we have the Chariot in the reverse. We have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. I'm seeing you missing an opportunity here. We have the Phoenix, we have the House and the Key. Alright, this is very random. If you're looking for a house, a home, a flat, any piece of real estate, and it's something that you wanted, and you have the means of acquiring it, and all you had to do was to show up and claim it, and you didn't, you're not getting it. They won't be waiting for you. Just saying. Another part, I see you being very grounded, very stable in your perception. I'm detecting here a little bit of overactive root chakra, which means that you might be a bit too stable, a bit too comfortable, a bit too grounded. Nothing bad about being grounded, but exaggerating, not over exaggerating. You can only exaggerate. I see here a little bit of exaggeration of the values that the root chakra represents, like being a homebody, being comfortable, being a little bit not ready to move, a bit slow, a bit inert, a bit just I'm good enough, and I'm not prepared to get anything better because I'm good where I am and I don't want to lose it, and I have enough, and this sort of things. So I see here missed opportunity to maybe move forward in life with something, maybe get a promotion where you just had to raise a hand and say something and you didn't because you didn't want to risk it, or maybe you didn't think it was something that you are concerned. So yeah, I mean, on the one hand, you're perfectly grounded. I mean, you're also an earth sign, so you have this great connection with earth. But I think also you invest too much of energy, a bit too much of thought into grounding yourself more than you are already grounded. So a little bit overdoing it and neglecting the opportunities for something else. So it's a little bit like, the Hobbit. It's the Hobbit is the perfect impersonation of it, where he would just have his first breakfast, second breakfast, and third breakfast and whatnot, and just not going anywhere, not talking to anyone, just, and yeah, stuff like that. So, and if we want to stick with this story, then Gandalf showed up on your doorstep and you just told him to get lost. This is what I'm seeing here. And nothing wrong with it. I mean, if you ask me, if I were, what was his name, Frodo, Bilbo, whatever, I'd just stay in the Shire and just screw the ring and all this stuff. I mean, I'd rather have my cozy home there in New Zealand and whatever they are. Right, we have the King of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Page of Swords in the reverse. We have the Black Egg. We have the Birds and the Star. You are focused on a person here. Okay, this can play both ways. Either you're focused on a person who are like popular or many people talk about them. Doesn't mean that they are celebrity. I don't think they are. Not even local celebrity, but like in every office there's somebody whom everybody knows, everybody's darling, stuff like that. Darling, I don't know, but people definitely talk a lot about them. I don't see anything negative. They are just, there's always noise about them in the informational space around you. And yeah, I think maybe even because of this noise, they're always staying like in the background, and they kind of invade your thoughts a little bit. But I don't think you immediately are drawn to them, but slowly you might be developing feelings for them. This is scenario 1. Scenario 2 is the same. Person, popular, you focus on them and then you try to, attract their attention. Not in a very obvious way, but you try to be in their peripheral vision, maybe be on the same projects as they are at work. If we're sticking with the work metaphor, it doesn't have to be at work. And you feel like they might be a good match for you. But the situation is developing very slowly because they are not showing much interest. And it's not like they don't like you or anything, or they are not interested. It's more like, if it's at work, they're focused on work more than on anything else. So they don't realize maybe that you trying to approach them is something else than work related. Like, stupid example, but let's say if you told them, how about we have a lunch today? And they think you want to have lunch today with them because you want to talk about work. So I would say they're completely innocent, and their lack of interest is just because they don't realize that you might be interested in them as in person. Doesn't even have to be romantic stuff. It can also be you wanting to be friends with somebody. and they just not understanding that they are interesting for you as a person. Whatever it might be, yeah. So it's slowly, but I think you see them as a very good match to you emotionally. Like maybe they have the same emotional level of seeing and experiencing things. Maybe they just fit your idea of a good partner, something like that. I don't see here like wild chemistry, so maybe also that's why this is going slow. I mean, it doesn't have to be the wild chemistry, for something to develop. Just not this kind of a situation. You just see someone who's, seems right for you. 8 of Wands in the reverse, the Sun in the reverse. Yeah, no communication, the Moon. Moth. Seems to be a goal outside. Somebody shot a goal in football. I do apologize for that. Didn't change much since the old Roman days. Bread and games. All right. So I see the situation progressing here, but as in you get closer with this person, but you still don't know how they see you, how they, because you do spend time together. The situation progresses. Maybe you do have, if it's at work, then you do have a project together now that you work on. Or if it's somebody outside of work, then maybe you hang out together more with other friends, or even just together, the two of you going to the movies. But it looks like they're very closed off and not showing any emotional reactions. And that would give you a clue how they see you. Like they leave you completely in darkness. Let me close the window. So they leave you completely in the dark regarding, and you don't ask them and they don't tell you. I don't say you have to ask them or have to confront them. You might be having your reasons, but they also are not forthcoming with information about their emotional status. Maybe you don't even know if they're single or not. That sort of thing. We have the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. We have the 8 of Swords. We have the Panther, the Ring, and the Star. Okay, so it might be that you discover that this person is married or in a committed relationship, and you decide to cut it off completely. Stop. Even if it's somebody you work with, you'll try to be switching the projects or teams or something like that, so you'll try to avoid them. There will be some unpleasant moments for you thinking like maybe why the hell they didn't say it to me straight away, or something like that. So they are committed to somebody. It comes to light, and yeah, you're disappointed. It will also be maybe not because of you asking or them saying. It will just appear by coincidence that I don't like talking about destiny because I don't believe in it, but it will be just I wouldn't say a happy coincidence, because you won't be happy definitely about it, but at the end of the day, it was for the best for this information to come out, and you will just stop all advances, all not all communication to them, but it will be like a complete cut of anything, any sort of personal interest in them. And I also see that if it's a work situation, you will also be trying to avoid them at work, as in changing teams, well, I don't think you'll be changing work just to avoid them, because it's a little bit too much, but yeah. We have the 5 of Swords. We have the 9 of Swords. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Crocodile, the Fox in the upright, and Man. Alright. This is starting to look like a soap opera. I think it comes up that they are committed when they're caught cheating. Not with you. I don't think so. Somebody else. And you will be having here like a front row in this drama. Because remember, this person is a subject of a lot of gossip. So you'll be getting all this drama about it. And I think even though 5 of Swords, 9 of Swords, and the Queen of Swords in reverse is a little bit of, there's nothing that says happiness, but I think you will be a little bit relieved that you weren't the one they were caught with and you are not involved in this mess. Okay. So we have the... what shall I call her? High Priestess in the reverse. I closed the window, now I have no air. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. The 2 of Cups in the reverse. The Fish in the reverse. The Moon in the reverse. And the Clock in the upright. I think though, because these cards don't say anything nice, you will have some time that you spend in a little bit feeling down. It might be like you will be feeling very disappointed about this person, maybe because you had a better opinion of them. Because, I don't know, I don't want to go into details how exactly this situation looks, but you might be disappointed in them, and there might be some thoughts creeping in, like maybe you're just not made for relationships and something like that. And maybe like, where do I get a new chance for it, and stuff like that. So there will be a lot of moping around. I just don't want to recite everything that each card says to me, because it's all like, yeah, just drifting through the muddy waters and thinking muddy thoughts and being in the dark. It's but please bear in mind, when this happens, it is not because you're having some inkling of the situation or anything. It is just standard. Maybe it is also something that, I don't know, maybe the weather sucks and you're just prone to gloomy mood when the weather sucks or something like that. Maybe it's something going on in your body. I mean, if you have some female physiology, then you might be having a PMS or something like that. Please remind yourself now and then that what you're feeling is just a weird chemistry going on in your body, and not exactly the correct reflection of the world outside. We have the 8 of Swords in the upright. We have the 6 of Cups in the reverse. We have the 6 of Cups in the upright. We have the Elephant in the reverse. We have the Woman in the reverse, and the Tower in the reverse. I'm sorry, Capricorn, to phrasing it like this, but you have to draw up. So what they're saying here, let me cover the boobs here. What they're saying here is that you try to learn from your past, but you can't find things that you can learn from, or at least it looks so. Like you, I mean, everybody can learn from the past, but currently you cannot. And you don't feel like an adult who has a control over the situation, whatever the situation might be. And it is not so. You are an adult who has a control of the situation. You're just going through some bad spell, and yeah, this is basically it. You're just, I mean, right now you're just not owning your own adultness and your full potential and power and growth. So to summarize it, Capricorn, we have a situation where you miss some opportunities because you're too comfortable to go after them. Then we have a long, very weird soap opera story about you trying to approach a person with them just being some weirdly not noticing your advances, only to find out that they are committed to somebody else, and they just real weird and not deserving of your attention. They will probably be caught cheating on their partner with somebody else, and you'll be just seeing a lot of drama and just on the one hand being relieved that it is not you involved in all this, but on the other hand you'll be triggered into a period of time where you'll be just thinking negative thoughts about everything, and also thinking that there's nothing to learn from your past and you don't know how to move on. And but with this clock card here, it is a time. It is just it is also not true. These thoughts are mostly a result of a mood swing, a result of some health situation, maybe just a result of a situation that triggered you, and you just need to take a step back, take a breather, and just distance yourself from this all and get a clear vision of it. All right, Capricorn, so take care. Don't take anything that you don't want to take. Just forget about it all, and Madame will see you again.